Welcome to this video on China's $23 trillion local debt mess. China is the world's second largest economy, and its economic system is unique. It is a mix of socialism and capitalism, with a strong state-owned sector. In this video, we will discuss this local debt crisis by taking one chinses city as an example. In 2021, a remote coal town in northeastern China was forced to undergo an unprecedented financial restructuring. Its struggles since are an ominous sign for President Xi Jinping, as other heavily indebted municipalities look set to follow suit. Hegang, a city with nearly 1 million people near the Russian border, had a debt of more than double its fiscal income when it hit the headlines almost 18 months ago. It was the first time a city administration had taken official emergency steps since the State Council unveiled rules in 2016 on how local governments, from counties to provinces, should deal with debt risks. Residents of Hegang are now bearing the brunt of the fiscal squeeze. Locals complained about a lack of indoor heating in the freezing winter temperatures, and taxi drivers said they were getting more traffic tickets. Teachers in public schools were concerned about rumored job cuts, and street cleaners faced 2-month pay delays. Hegang is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of a local government debt problem that has investors worried and threatens to be a drag on the world's second-largest economy for years to come. According to Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated, China's total government debt is around $23 trillion. Which includes the hidden borrowing of thousands of financing companies established by provinces and cities. While the likelihood of a municipal default in China is low due to Beijing's implicit guarantee on the debt, the greater concern is that local governments will be forced to make painful spending cuts, or divert funds away from growth-promoting projects in order to continue repaying their debt. At stake for 11 is his ambition to double income levels by 2035 while narrowing the wealth gap, which is critical for social stability as he seeks to rule the Communist Party for the next decade or more. Bond investors in Heilongjiang province, where Hegang is located, are already wary of the risks. The average yield on the province's outstanding 7-year bond was 3.53%. 18.8 basis points higher than the national average, placing it among the top for most expensive. A fiscal restructuring can be triggered in one of two ways: if a municipality's bond interest payments exceed 10% of its expenditure, or if local leaders deem it necessary. According to China-based Yukai Securities Company, as many as 17 cities had bond interest payments that exceeded 7% of their budgeted expenditure in 2020, putting them on the verge of exceeding the 10% threshold. The cities are primarily located in poorer provinces such as Liaoning in the northeast and Inner Mongolia in the north. A fiscal restructuring in China, unlike a corporate debt restructuring or a municipal bankruptcy in the United States, does not imply that creditors must accept losses on what they are owed. Other cities are experiencing similar issues. Shanxi, a 7.7 million person city in China's central Henan province, recently made headlines after nearly shutting down its only bus service. Proposed cuts to pensioners' medical benefits sparked rare street protests earlier this year in Wuhan and Guangzhou. Civil servants in wealthy cities such as Shanghai are reportedly being underpaid. Guizhou officials have begged Beijing for its assistance. For years, Beijing has urged local governments to reduce debt risks, particularly hidden debt, which refers to debt raised by financing vehicles on behalf of municipalities but does not appear on the localities' balance sheets. Finance Minister Liu Kuan and other officials have sought to assuage public fears by claiming that local government finances are stable. Now we know that this is not a new thing in China. The local government of Chinese cities and provinces manipulate money, and a huge factor of corruption also works inside it. Hegang had faced years of declining revenue from a declining coal industry, as well as a loss of taxpayers, as the city's population shrank by 16% between 2010 and 2020. Then came the pandemic, followed by a Chinese crackdown on the property market. officials were hit with a hefty bill to carry out Xi's strict COVID policy of mass testing and quarantines, just as revenue from land sales, a major source of revenue for local governments, plummeted. Hegang stated in 2020 that it would be unable to pay 5.57 billion yuan in interest and principal on its debt due to a lack of funds. According to data from official sources and media reports, the city's total debt, including off-balance sheet sources, had risen to nearly 30 billion yuan by 2021, or about 230% of its total fiscal income. Tourism and new industries, such as graphite mining, are being promoted by city officials as potential revenue generators to reduce the city's reliance on coal. However, graphite, a mineral used in everything from pencils to electric vehicle batteries, is a small industry, accounting for only 1/6 of the city's coal sector in 2020. While the government promotes Hegang as a summer vacation destination with 3 national forest parks and a wetland nature reserve, its remote location and winter temperatures as low as -20°C limit its appeal as a year-round tourist attraction. We learned in this video how China controls the local governments inside their country and how much debt those local governments have. These cities are ill-equipped to deal with this large amount of local debt that has been accumulated over the years because of unsupervised central government policy. This amount of loose control over local finance was also because of corrupt policy and international projects like CPEC. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also leave a comment on your information about China's internal debt crisis. I will make other videos related to China's finance and internal politics. So, your support is greatly appreciated.